Hello, I'm Ella. Welcome back to this space for self awareness and growth. Today, I want to talk about how do we even end up in looking for identity and trying to build an image of ourselves. What exactly is the intention behind it, and how does that intention change over time? Looking for identification and building an image of ourselves doesn't initially come from a wrong place or a dishonest place or a harmful place. The way I see it is that we are thrown into this world, in a world which is always moving, always in motion. And instantly, the moment we are born, even actually before we are born, we start learning, we start adapting, we start developing, and we start accumulating information. Information which is essential for our survival, of course, at the beginning, and then information which is essential to get through life and to live in this society. So it's not that we choose to be born, and it's not that we choose to learn. It is just something that is like this. For everybody, it's the same experience. It is something that it's natural and normal, and we don't question it because this is a given. This is how life works. It is like a habit, you could say, to learn and to accumulate information. A habit that you didn't even choose to have. Not really. It came from your instinct. And then in time, it switched to your mind. We use our mind in order to develop skills and to broaden our knowledge. You could see it as a mix of something that is happening to us at first and then switching slowly to something that we are choosing in the process of our development and during the years where we grow older. If you look at it in this way, there isn't actually any intention there, or at least the intention isn't obvious. I would say that from our instinct, we learn, of course, for survival, but also because we want to belong and we want to be part of the world. That isn't anything wrong. To want to be part of the world and to want to belong is human. We all want to belong. Even if we complain about people and even if we complain about the world, we still want to belong somewhere. Each of us wants to belong somewhere. We don't want to live a lonely life. That isn't something that we aim for, at least not for a long period of time. So there is nothing wrong with wanting to be part of this world and having this intention, no matter if it is obvious or even if we are aware of it or not. It is human and we are a part of it, so why not want to be part of it? So at the same time, looking for an identity and building an image isn't initially something wrong. It wouldn't be right to say that it is wrong. It's not something that we chose initially. It is something that happens to us. this is how we are. We accumulate information and we experience certain things and we meet certain people and we are in a certain environment, and that shapes us. And as we develop our brain and as we implement more and more logic in our heads, it makes sense that we, at some point, most likely at the point when we reach adulthood, we have a sense of who we are. And we have a sense of the person that we are in the world. It isn't wrong. I guess every human has the same experience, even if not same. When you see it as a big picture, we all have to go this certain process. We all have to develop, and we all reach this point where the development is actually over. There is a certain personality, certain character that we have, and then we take it as something that is fixed. That is the result of our development. That is the result of our growth. Reaching adulthood and looking at this identity makes sense from a logical point of view. There is an explanation why you think that this image is who you are and why you should exploit that image in such a way that you reach perfection. Initially, the intention, if you even can call it an intention, is to belong and to be part of the world. And seeking an identity and building an image is to some extent something that happens to us until we reach adulthood. The problem isn't that we identify with certain things. And the problem isn't that we have a certain image of ourselves. Of course, everybody has a certain character and personality, and there are things which no matter how much you want to change about yourself, you most likely can't. This is how you are. It is most likely best to just accept. Not in the sense that you shouldn't try to be a better version of yourself, but see your weaknesses not as something that needs to be fixed. See your weaknesses as a challenge. See your weaknesses as a means for growth. Into that we will get another time. Of course, we have a mind and we play with logic a lot of time. And of course, there will be something that we think about ourselves in a way or another. That's not wrong. The problem begins when the intention isn't just to want to be part of the world anymore. It is when we want to be special. It is when we use the image, our external image, and what we identify with as a means to be special in this world and for the world. The problem is when we don't want to be special as part of something bigger. The problem is when we want to be special away from other people. We don't want to be same as everybody else. We want to be above everybody else. That is where the problem starts with identity and with this image. Wanting to be above other people separates you. But in a way, logically, it makes sense that we choose to look outside of us and not inside of us. What we see and what we smell and what we hear can be described. So of course we would, with our logic, look in front of us, look at the external, look at the people around us, and look at the image that we build for ourselves. The funny thing is that we want to be special in this world, but we forget that we are special in the world. We forget that each of us is unique. There is nobody else as me in this world, and nobody else as you in this world. Each of us is unique. We are all a mixture of strengths and weaknesses, let's say, very simplistic. And that mixture isn't ever the same. We are special, and we forget that we are special. We don't embrace who we are as we are. We run after this image. We look at this image and think that this is me. But how can you be something that is outside of you? In the next video, I will talk about how exactly do we seek to be special, and what role does our identity play into feeling special. I hope to see you there, and yeah, until next time, take care. Bye bye.